Hi, welcome to my video and welcome to episode 2 of Pandemic Cooking. It's the series designed to help get you through this pandemic with some basic cooking skills. Today we are going to be tackling rice, how to get perfect fluffy rice every single time. And in today's video, I'm going to be using Basmati rice, but as you can see, this is not the best quality Basmati. Some of the pieces are a little bit broken. That's okay. We're not going to be wasting any food during this pandemic, so we're still going to make this rice and we're going to make it well. Step number 1 is to thoroughly wash your rice, and I really urge you not to skip this step. It's not enough to simply soak your rice. You have to wash it a few times. As you can see, I'm washing this rice, and every time I do that, the water gets a little bit more clear, but it's still quite murky. Most recipes will tell you to wash your rice 3 times, but you have to use your judgment. If after the 3rd time the water still isn't clear enough for you, then you might as well wash it once or twice more. You can cook your rice plain, which is probably how I cook my rice 98% of the time, or you can make fragrant rice, which is really simple. All you do is add a couple of whole spices to the rice with a little bit of salt while it cooks. If you have a rice cooker, this is actually the best way for you to make your rice. It's the most efficient and most foolproof way to do so. You can even make fragrant rice in the rice cooker. But if you stumbled upon this video, it's probably because you want to learn how to make it in a pot. So that's what you'll need, and you'll need a pot that has a good cover, one that creates a really nice seal. So go ahead and add your washed rice to this pot. We are going to be starting off on high heat, so turn the heat all the way up. Now we're going to add some water, and most recipes will tell you to use 1 part rice to 2 parts water. But in my humble opinion, I think that less than 2 parts water will actually be ideal. When I cook 1 cup of rice, I tend to use anywhere between 1.5 or 1 3/4 cup water. Moving on, if you're preparing fragrant rice, as I mentioned, simply add the whole spices and a little bit of salt to the cooking water, give it a bit of a stir and cover it up. If you're making plain rice, just skip this step. You can directly cover your rice and bring it up to a boil. Once the rice reaches a somewhat vigorous boil, go ahead and turn it right down to the absolute lowest setting and cover it up for 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, the rice is very nearly done. We need to remove it from the heat and allow it to stand with the lid ajar for about 5 to 7 minutes. The rice is going to continue steaming during that time, and after 5 to 7 minutes, if you would like to, you can fluff it really gently with a fork. You can see that my rice is cooked through. It's quite fluffy. This was not the best quality of Basmati rice, but it has cooked up quite nicely and it is very aromatic. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope that each of you is staying safe during this time. I will see you next week with more pandemic cooking and probably some updates. All right, take care.